How do I? See you met my faithful handyman. No! Not another one! I'll save you! It's what Batman would do! He's just a little brought down, you see, when you knocked. He thought you were the handyman.
When I was young, I designed a machine to turn ghosts into paintings, and I traveled the world collecting them. That's horrible.
Okay. A quick shot. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that came out wrong. You're not helping. You're not helping your case. You're not making this any better. You realize that.
Oh, it was glamorous, I can tell you. The souls of the dearly departed who couldn't rest, and you just went around and you started turning them into paintings. You're a monster. Well, tonight, I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party. Oh, no! So I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Where's my guillotine? Because that one door says, no, you need 2 stars to enter. I figured that was the door to the final boss. And apparently no. But then again, that was a week ago. I was very young and naive then. No!
Excuse me. Coming through. Sorry. Couldn't help it. I'm completely incompetent. Damn, I look good running into those heels. Ow!
Thanks to philosophy, all is forgiven.
And welcome, gentle viewers and listeners, to today's Coyote Stream. I am Coyote de la Mancha, howling at windmills and tilting at the moon. This episode's not-for-profit is the Southern Poverty Law Center, best known for their takedown of a certain white-clad and hooded organization in the 80s through their Clan Watch program. The SPLC is devoted to establishing and maintaining legal justice throughout the country. They strive to strengthen voting rights, end unjust imprisonment, eliminate poverty and economic equality, and dismantle white supremacy. I bring this up at this time for no particular reason. They never charge their clients to take no money from the federal government for obvious reasons, so if you can afford it, please consider giving them a small donation. And if you or someone you know may be in need of their services, or you're interested in helping out in other ways, link to their website is in the description. And without further ado, we are on our way! Baldur's Gate! Woo! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I cannot even describe to you what it was like watching this back in the day. Check this out. I mean, yeah, that's pretty standard nowadays, but back in the day, he who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster. When you gaze into the abyss also gazes into you. Yeah, we're using an app to be able to have access to some of the original cutscenes. So there may be some elements that will need some troubleshooting or attention later. Just roll with it and dig the nostalgia. Yeah, I meant mom. You guys know what I meant. You're hip, you're happening, you're with the groove, daddy-o. So, alright, let's get this road on the show, shall we? Import. For the sake of time, I went ahead and pre-generated my character. Yeah, this is not a game where anybody but NPCs are allowed to be evil, basically. I mean, technically you can play one. You can play a villain. But the game will destroy you utterly. So, appearance is still as it should be. Let's see. Voice. I think I remember which one I chose, but let me make sure.
Let's give them a right fresh.
Yeah, that sounds right. So, and of course, name Coyote de la Mancha. And so yeah, I'm a male human sorcerer, chaotic good, with stats that are both bad and ass. And I have my spells, I have my weapon. I'm going to be doing this on normal difficulty. No, I'm going to be doing this with core rules difficulty. I'm fairly well versed in 1st and 2nd edition AD&D mechanics, and for all the fact that this does introduce a few things that would end up in 3rd edition, including the class that I'm currently playing, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with core rules for now. Alright, so let's get this on the show.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of
Welcome,
the
Arnie
Forgotten
fan.
Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you,
No.
as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart.
No,
You
Dad.
have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
All right. So, yeah, before we go any further, Is the Fool has pointed out, yeah, having max HP when I advance. That's a very good thing. Group improvision, yes. No difficulty-based damage increase, yes. Don't melee after depleting one ammo stack, yes. Rest until healed. Nah. Not at this time. I don't remember what clicking on the story mode does. Yeah, cosmetic attacks should be off. Area map background, I'm gonna say yes. What does story mode do? No. Yeah, feedback. I think I have it. Yeah, no cosmetic attacks. I have that selected. So, and there will probably be further adjustments as time goes on. And let's see now. Priest. It's my journal. Gorion, my father Foster, has informed me that we must immediately leave Candlekeep and set out on a journey. He's given me some gold, and I must purchase supplies for the road, including weapons, which I cannot use, and armor, which I will not wear.
I hate to interrupt, but I wanted to move the chat real quick because it's covering up the glorious photo that I added for your portrait there.
Oh, yes, by all means. The world must be able to see my magnificent self. Yay, Quiteria! Don't worry if you're multitasking. There's a lot of people who will just kind of listen to the game while they're doing other stuff, or even to fall asleep too. That's normal. Yeah, and of course, Dutch and Micah would be all about hitting Candlekeep and trying to rob the place. That's because they have about a thimbleful of brains between them by the time the game starts. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 myself, but I've seen some of the gameplay by others, and just, wow. Can you see my portrait? Can you see how pretty it is?
Yeah, we put a photo of his mug in the game. How about that, huh?
Woo! Now, this photo was taken a few years ago. My beard and my hair are significantly longer currently than they are in this shot. But
there we go. The chat is in a much better spot now.
All right, awesome.
Oh, oops. I should move this back down here. Whoop. Okay. I scram. Let the show go on.
How tedious all this becomes.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a great story. From what I'm told, from what I can tell, it's told incredibly well. But I am not probably going to be doing a whole lot of Red Dead Redemption on this stream. Okay. It's been so many years since I even touched this game. What am I dealing with here? Anyway, these are my stats. Behold, I am awesome. This is my full portrait. Behold, I am awesome. Once again, thank you, Izzy the Fool.
One last interruption from me.
Hooray!
I want to turn down the game's background ambiance a little bit. All right. You should definitely not be competing with the sound of birds in the background to be heard.
Pardon me, please.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I mean, even if you don't do all the side quests, it's a long game. We're going to be doing this off and on for ... a while. But I'm not doing all the side quests, if only because there's a lot of side quests that really just wouldn't be in character. Yeah, reputation right here. I don't know if you guys can see the cursor or not. Let me know. But reputation average 11. This is why basically you cannot be a bad guy in this game. I know, right? It's like these stats are one of the reasons that I pre-generated the character. Because, well, I wanted to be able to play a total mental badass. Okay. Looking over my biography, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, I feel like it could be better. I feel like it could, I mean, this is kind of a boring biography, and I feel like it could be made less boring somehow. So let's take a look at this here. I was born a long time ago. Whoops. Born has a vowel in it. Oh, come on, game, don't get weird on me now. There we are. Yeah, I don't remember exactly when I was born. I was pretty young then. Actually, it was quite dramatic for me. I was naked, held upside down in front of a group of masked strangers and spanked. I don't think I've ever really recovered. Yeah. Inspired by my foster father's knowledge of the magical arts. Learn to type. I took steps to, no, I'm not duplicating his abilities, to awaken my own magnificent powers. It's important when you're writing your biography to maintain a sense of humility. Uninterested in a structured study of magic, I chose instead to harness raw magic and use it how I saw fit. Orion was kind enough to give pointers here and there, but was never entirely comfortable with my reckless approach to magic. That works. I like that. After years of practice, I now feel that I am a capable sorcerer, but could be so much more if I were able to travel the realms in search of greater knowledge. Yeah. Raw magic. Yeah, I know little about how I came to be a ward of Gorions, but over the years, I have gleaned something of my mother's tale. Man, the space bar on this is just. She was a human from Silvery Moon, and a friend of his for many years. I gleaned this from vague illusions and from the words he sometimes uttered in a tear-filled sleep. Holy crap, poor Gorion. As I have no memory of her, nor any keepsakes to remind me of her existence. Holy crap. I have come to believe that she died while giving birth to me. That doesn't explain why there's no keepsakes, however. Perhaps it was the pain of such a parting that led Gorion to cloister himself within the narrow walls of Candlekeep and raise me as his own. Of my father, I have learned nothing. Okay. Direction keys. Of my father, I have learned nothing, which is probably fine. And I will, I'm sure, add to that from time to time. Excellent, there we go. So, magic needs to be cooked properly between 1 to 5 years. Yeah. I know, right? Oh, Izzy the Fool. Don't worry. There is always the sneeze. I am a sneeze, father to a chew. Alright, I've played this game before, multiple times, although I've never been able to finish it. But my character hasn't, so I'm going to be rolling through everything as though, in character, as though I don't know anything.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Shall we continue your lessons?
Greetings, child. I've been told to advise you in negotiating with merchants, innkeepers, tavern owners, and the like. Is there anything I can tell you of such things? What the hell has Gorion been teaching me all these years? I feel like I remember this stuff. So, well, Winthrop, old buddy, old pal, old friend, old comrade, old chum. Not exactly the level of information I was needing, but sure. Well, hello there, young one. Come to visit your old pal Winthrop, have ye? Well, don't forget the 10,000 gold piece book entrance fee as per Candlekeep's custom, don't you know? Oh, Prozad, you are such a prophet of gaming. So, alright. I can either answer that with anger, with condescension, or number 3 is like, I'm going to have, in my personal headcanon, I choose to interpret this as I'm giving a deadpan response. RE fan, at least you had a teacher. I got a dude in a trench coat telling me any person can use magic. Only he didn't use person. Oh, John Constantine. One of the crappiest humans in existence. Anyway, yeah, I am afraid I don't have that kind of entropy with me. I suppose I'll return when I do. I fear you spent too much time around those stiff-necked monks and mistaken my attempted humor for a serious demand. Perish the thought that I should charge for your company. Any child of Gorion is more than welcome in my inn. So, is there anything I can do for you? Some drinks, a room to sleep, anything to buy? Yes, what do you have? Okay, stuff. Lots of things that I can't use. Look at that, how cool. I have 20 gold. And, yeah, nothing. Almost nothing. I already have a quarterstaff, which is nice. But I can invest in throwing daggers. I can't use them yet, but I will one day. I don't know. I'll see what else is about. Tutor.
Hello, child.
Okay, yeah, I don't need tutoring. I don't need a toot. Firebeard Elven Hair, what a name.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Elven Hair. I mean, dude, those must be some long and luxurious locks. Maybe out of spells, but never out of shells. Suddenly frowning, I take out a spent cartridge, hold it up to my ear. Hey, I can hear the war. Meanwhile, Firebeard is there. Ah yes, I'm back within the hollowed halls of Candlekeep. With this iron crisis upon us, the trip from Baragost was more hazardous than I care to relate. You're Gorion's ward, aren't you? I'm his son, yeah. My, you've come into your own, if you'd permit an old man jealous of youth to say so. Yeah, don't make this creepy or anything. I left an identifier scroll with Tethtorial in the inner grounds. He should be done examining it by now. So if you could fetch it for me, I'd be grateful. Sure. Alright, why not? Yeah, as an aside, I don't know what the rules in the current tabletop world are now, but traditionally, in order to get into Candlekeep, unless you are someone who has been made specifically welcome as a scholar, like, you know, one of these guys who stays there, one of the monks, you need to give them a book that they don't already have in order to gain entrance. So any reference that people have, like, oh yes, I come here all the time, I'm like, how?
A pleasure to meet a socially acceptable person such as yourself.
Or some people are just jerks.
No time for chit-chat.
Step up to the heat, young one. You'll need a good fire to warm the chill stares of those monks. Most inhospitable they are. Isn't that so, lovey? Oh, yes, darling, they're most standoffish. Anybody who's ever watched Gilligan's Island? In my headcanon, this is the millionaire and his wife. Oh, yes, isn't that so, lovey? And I can like, oh, they lead a somewhat cloistered life here. Watch your tongue! I would not let it concern you, milady. Maybe they're not used to wealth such as yours. You're quite wealthy, right? Bring a lot of expensive jewelry with you? Asking for a friend. Or perhaps they're not as welcoming as they could have, but you are strangers in their home. Yeah, they have a somewhat cloistered life here. They're unaccustomed to many visitors. You're maybe a little bit colorful compared to what they're used to. Colorful? Yeah, perhaps you should dress a little more plainly to fit in. It's worth a try, my dear, that our clothes may only be half of it. They certainly couldn't react any worse than they have. I thank you for the suggestion, Coyote de la Mancha, and for putting it tactfully. Good eve to you. Righto. Locked. Yeah, this is one of those games where you can go around and like get into everybody's stuff, and I'm never completely sure whether you're really expected to just go around ransacking or not. But if there's an emergency and our lives are at stake, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll just that. I'm not going to bother trying to break into things. I have no skill for breaking into things. But, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a Gorion. I do. But, he's the kind of guy who absolutely will plan everything out for the journey, and then we get there and we find out that there's no reservations, or that the inn no longer exists.
Don't touch me.
One of us has to be prepared for contingencies. Ha! Oh my god. I'm not going to read off all of the options every time, but the yes, when he's like, yes, might I help you? Responding with, yes, indeed, you might help me to your valuables. Damn, okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering who else was sharing the inn with me. RE fan, Coyote, I'm not going to break into things. Dark Coyote, break in and steal everything but the clothes off their backs. I might very well be anyone, but I am Christian of Waterdeep. Likely you would not know my family name or history, and this suits me well and good. These trips to Candlekeep are a bit of an extravagance on my part. And while I neither use illicit substances nor consort with hired company, I spend quite enough here that I should not like it to be common knowledge. To this end, I should appreciate if you would forego your odd little attempt at introductions and leave me to my thoughts. Dick. Okay. Excuse me, sir.
Away with you, beggar.
What? I certainly hope there's an explanation for this intrusion. Explain yourself. Now, mind you, the only reason I'm in the room is because I clicked to talk to him. So, I mean, literally, he has his door open, and I'm like, hey, what's up? I hope there's an explanation for this intrusion. What? So, yeah, my apologies. Didn't mean to intrude you. You can go back to whatever pointless things you do. Yes, don't let it happen again. Right. Let's see here.
I shall attend to it in a trance.
Okay, I'm going to turn off some of the responses here. That's visual selection tech miscellaneous. Okay, not what I was looking for. Not what I was looking for. All right, I'll worry about it later. So, alright. Can I backspace? Yes, I can. So it just took a minute. Ah! There we are. Just getting into trouble. Here and there, hither and yon. I don't need a tutor right now, but thank you. Noomny noomny noom. Hey! Flydia, how are you? Oh, hello. Have you seen my copy of the History of Halrua anywhere? You know how I can't stand the constant shuffling of arthritis feet up in the library, so I thought I'd get a bit of fresh air and just east of here and... Oh, I hate being so absent-minded. Please, if you find that I really do need it back. Yeah, no problem.
I can take Drizzt with both my arms tied behind my back.
Uh-huh. Let me see here. Ah, a building. Can I enter this building? I can. What's the sign say? Priest's quarters. Cool. Another tutor. Dreppin. Is he just dreppin with bling?
What do you need?
Flydia left one of her books in here again. It's in the hay beside the cow. If you could run it over her and come back, I've got some plans for you. Oh, you've got plans for me? She had a side quest and you've got plans. Okay, you know what? And this is one of the really cool things about this game. I'm not going to read them all to you, but you can actually read any of the books that you pick up. There's going to be this, this text that you can actually get into and learn about the game world. And I'm not going, as I said, I'm not going to read through all of them. Some of them I will. But if you would really like to read them yourself, I'll try to, at the very least, kind of do a scroll through so that you can pause the video and check them out at your leisure. And wow, let's see if I can speed that up. Okay, let's go ahead and increase the scroll speed a little bit. See if that's better. Yeah, it's always encouraging to talk to someone and have them be like, hey, yeah, could you do this favor for this other person? Here it is. Oh, and by the way, come back when you're done. I have plans for you. I have plans for myself. My book, says Flydia. Oh, you remind me of Gorion when you grin like that. Raising you has been hard on him, I know, but he says it's a toil of love. A toil of destiny, even. Thank you. It's good to know that I'm a toil. You must be a very special child indeed to draw such praise from a man of his silent nature. Here, take this little gem of mine. Maybe Winthrop will give you a little something for it. Blurf? What? Lynxeye gem. Oh, okay, Lynxeye is, cool. Labradorite. Nice. Cool. How much is it worth? I don't know. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and speed that scroll up just a little bit more, actually. Yeah, there we are. People writing songs that voices never. Let's see. Watcher. The Watcher in the water. All right, Druppin, what do you got for me, old buddy, old pal? Nice day, ain't it? Yeah, so far. I prefer nighttime, but, you know, Garion's a day person, and I try to adapt. Too bad Nessa here ain't enjoying it, though, her being sick and all. Oh, I need to get her one of them potions of antidote off of Hull. Antidote? He stayed up drinking last night and got hauled out of bed to man the gates early this morning. Somebody got a few of them lying around somewhere. Okay. Step 1 to properly appreciating this game and the world in which it takes place. Do not ask why the cow needs a hangover cure. Just leave it alone. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Leaving it alone. Is there somebody in here I can talk to or something?
Hello?
Wait, what? His name is Shank. Oh, goody goody, I've gone and found you first. You are the ward of Gorion, no doubt? I do not recognize you. Who are you and what are you doing here? Who I am is unimportant, but who you are is very much so. That's not a real sentence. I apologize for this dirty bit of business, but I must seek your death. Gasp! A pity, I know, but it would seem your head is worth an exceptional amount to me. I'll kill you myself, and I need not share credit with anyone. Okay, so Shank sucks. Alrighty then. I have 5 hit points. This guy is a killer with something sharp and stabby. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just... Wait a minute, what just happened? Shank is unaffected by sleep. Why is Shank unaffected by sleep? Okay, game. Why would Shank be unaffected by sleep? I do not understand the logic of this. Okay. All right. Let's cut down on the auto pause a little bit. Character attack is not going to feckin' no. Let's try this without that. Well, okay, Is It a Fool asks if he's too high in HP. In first and second edition, okay, this is mostly second edition. So in second edition Dungeons and Dragons, you roll 2d4, and that's how many levels you affect. So in order for him to just be immune, he'd have to be pretty high level. And I think it will affect up to 6th level or 6 hit die people. You're gonna tell me that this guy's 7th level? I mean, really? Alright, yeah, and 4 hit points killed him, so... No, the game just doesn't want me taking care of him with a spell, even though I am a mage. So... okay. quick save.
You have but to ask.
Oh. Yeah, I was just thinking I could use a dagger. Yeah, I'm not sure what this guy is doing in the priest's quarters or the monk's quarters. Warhammer. I can sell that. Okay, now apparently there's a price on my head. Yeah, holy crap. So, I'm gonna guess that Harder. Coyote de la Mancha, you cut yourself above the brow there. What is wrong, child? Something in your eyes tells me that something is very wrong indeed. Yeah, neither of these options are terribly matter of fact. So I'm gonna do it when I read these out. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of interpreting. Just yeah, there's a man in there. He smelled like the stables, and he tried to kill me. What the hell is going on? Hurry then, child. Equip yourself at the inn and go join Gorion on the steps of the library. I had a sense something like this might happen. You did. You anything else you have a sense about? Anything else you would like to share with the rest of the class? Anything? Hey, I'm talking to you. No, that's fine. Just phase through the wall. That's swell. Journal updated. Someone wishes me dead. The attempt on my life may have been laughable, but I fear there will be more threats to come. That wasn't laughable. He had a stabby.
It shall be as you wish.
He was getting all stabby about it. Let's see. Feedback? Yeah, I'm looking for where I would need to have people just talk less. I don't want the characters talking every time I select them. But I don't want to spend a lot of time worrying about that. Priest of Agma, hi there! Somebody just attempted... No, wait, the Watcher, the guard. Hi, somebody just attempted murder. I was in one of the great spires of the keep last night and saw the strangest sight. Murderer in Candlekeep, kinda your job. The horizon was aglow for a time, as though many a man carried torches in the distance. An army? You mean an army? There was an army. Usually there are only merchants on that path, though never at night. I was just bushwhacked by an assassin. Could you please... Bandits, perhaps. But so many... Stabby! Stabby's body is over there in the monk's quarters. Check it out. Maybe do a thing. Hey, wait, hey, come back. I'm talking to you. Oh my God, there's never a cop around when you need one.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
I am pleased to see that you have taken time to pay tribute to the wise Ogma. Okay, what do you offer at your temple? I can enter a donation. I can ask for healing. Wow, healing is cheap. Holy crap, Cure Light Wounds is 50 gold. 50 gold. I can buy potions! Oh my God! I can have things identified for magic. Okay, he will pay 7 gold for a lynx eye gem. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, I'm just maxing out the scroll speed, I think. Yeah, that works. Maxed speed is the right speed. Okay. Alright, just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna try to find the dude with the hangover. He should be towards the east gate. This is towards the right of the map. Ah, the mouse! No, come back! So I'm guessing it's gonna be somewhere in this region or another tutor. Somewhere under a sailor. There's Hull. Hi, Hull. We're on a first name basis. So that means we're cool, right? We're cool. You're a cool kind of guy. Hey, kid. I woke late this morning and left my sword in the barracks before going on duty. Really? After a hard night's drinking, you left your sword in the barracks because you woke late. If you want to get it for me, it's in the chest at the foot of my bed on the right side of the barracks. Quick now, before the gate warden catches me without it. Yeah. By the way, apparently there's an army outside the gates. Don't know if that matters to you. Yeah, you'll find an antidote there. I think Drepa needs one for old Nessa. I guess that is not a concern for you. Okay, I have lived here all my life, and I still don't understand any of these people. The gate warden. Soon be gone, will ya? Aye, Gordon asked me to teach you a wit about the finer arts of mass combat before you leave. Can I pique your interest with it? You know Grian's in a hurry. I don't think I can spare the time, sorry. Are you sure, little one? Dude, you are craning your neck up to look at me. Be best if you took the time to learn it now rather than curse your ignorance later. Grian himself asked me to do this deed, and I'll not offer it to you twice. Green Day, woot! Okay, you literally just offered it twice. Whatever little knowledge I have, I'm sure it will be sufficient, thank you. And besides, I really don't want to take up the viewer's time with tutorial if I can avoid it. Aye, be as you've always been then. Worse than trying to talk sense to an Ulrond himself. Now there be duties that need attended to, and I'll not suffer a brat like you any longer. Will somebody tell me what I did to earn all of this abuse? No, really, I'm genuinely curious. I seem to have alienated pretty much everybody on the watch. Is it the beard? Is it the sunglasses being anachronistic? Is it the ACAB tattoo? Is it randomly taking gold that's just lying around on the street? I don't know. What could it be? Quick save over the rainbow. I do love that these games have a quick save. Oh, what now? Here there. You're Gorian's little whelp, aren't you? Yeah, you match the description. I am distinctive. You don't look so dangerous to me. And what business is that of yours?
I'll make it my business if I please. Just thought I'd have me a look at you for myself before I put a blade down your gullet. What? Someone seems to think you're trouble, so I'm gonna use your head for a ticket out of the gutter. No, just little street trash hood, they say, but I'll show 'em. You'll show 'em that you're definitely a little street trash hood? Okay. See, now I'm curious. I'm just like, can any of my enemies at this stage be affected by sleep? Let's find out. Autopause for spell cast. I'm gonna adjust that too. Okay, he went down. Awesome. Good, he's not attacking me and potentially killing me. I smash your skull with my stick. A stick is your friend. And I do piddly damage, so it's a darn good thing that he's asleep. There we go. Okay. Let's tweak auto pause a little more, shall we? End of round. No. Spell cast. No. Okay.
It shall be as you will.
Another dagger. You can never have too many knives. Anything else here that I could loot? I mean, salvage for my future survival? Oh, looks like no. Okay, no problem. I'm out. Places to go, things to do, throats to cut.
Something on your mind?
Karan. I heard shouting, Coyote de la Mancha. Are you all right? Better you don't ask about it, man. You've instructed and inspired me throughout my childhood. It would break your heart to see what's just transpired here. Oh, child, I'm 20. You are too young for the life that is being thrust upon you. I'm 20. If you be fully equipped to your journey, I pray that you run now to go Ryan. I am 20 years old. He is anxious to depart. Oh, you poor sweet summer child. I can cast multiple spells a day. If only someone were there to protect your tiny little self. Ah! Gotta get out of here, gotta get out of here, gotta get out of here. Holy crap. Noomny 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 noom. Hi, Watcher.
With both my arms tied behind my back.
It's a good thing we're not called upon to defend Candlekeep more often. I have a cousin in Nashville that sent word of an iron shortage that's beginning to cripple their local guards. Yeah, okay, but I mean, one sword will last you years, so if there is an iron shortage, it's not like swords are going to start breaking all over the place. Oh, this is a barracks. I need to go in there. Excuse me. Alrighty, let's see here. Watcher. Fuller, you have a name. Oh, yeah, wait, what? Fuller. Oh, what a mead-filled night. That hole is just too much. Poor Sap had to go and man the gate this morning, too. I don't know how he does it. No, I know how. And meanwhile, I'm there thinking of the antidote. I know how he does it. What can I do for you anyways? Yeah, the mead would explain why Hull forgot to put his sword on this morning. He sent me to fetch it for him. Sure, it should be in the chest over against the right wall there. Aha! Antidote. Hull's longsword. But that's fine. I mean, Hull's basically a cool guy, right? I don't mind doing him a favor.
It shall be as you wish.
And I don't think I can emphasize when this game came out just how extraordinary these graphics were. I'm given to understand they've been updated a bit, and my memory is a little vague and hazy, so I mean, let me zoom in a little. But I feel like this is, if not the same graphics that were there before, it should be fairly close. Oh, hey man, brought you your sword. Thanks, kiddo. Grind didn't bring you up half bad, did he? No. You're lucky to have grown up here in Candlekeep, to be honest. Sometimes I think the world outside beyond these gates has gone mad with all this fighting over iron shortages and all. And Baldur's Gate will be at war before the season's out. You mark my words. Oh, well, that's depressing. Anyhow, I'm on duty. Here's 20 gold pieces for saving my skin for the chief. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I guess the gate warden's just been in a mood. All right, I'll cut through the central yard here. Oh, MON, you're so awesome. I remember MON. And Laughing Gremlin is here. Yay, Laughing Gremlin. He's like, oh yeah, Candlekeep, nice idea as a safe bastion, but actually a pretty xenophobic isolationist group. Most isolationist groups turn xenophobic pretty quick, I suspect. Imoen's like, I'm surprised that stuffy old Gorion let you away from your studies and chores. That old fiddle-faddle. I snuck off too. Old Puff-Guts Winthrop is looking for me, but I've got all day to do his chores. You have time for a story today? No, I can tell you don't. What have you been up to? Imoen and I have both been raised by Gorion. This is like my sister in all but blood. And no, I'm not doing the first one because I'm not going to condescend to her. Wow. All of these are one calls her little one and the other two just call her child. And she is my age. I'm okay, in my headcanon, I am not calling her that. I am using my player's discretion. And I'm not going to say my foster father because he's raised us both. So I'm like, I'm sorry, Imoen, but I'm not supposed to tell anybody what I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to do the first one. Yeah, I can't exchange stories today. Gorion wants me to prepare for a journey, and he won't say where. I don't know what's going on. Everything's gone higgledy-piggledy. Yeah. And I love the fact that Imoen calls out the character for being a condescending jerk. Yeah, but anyway, she's like, a journey, huh? I never got to travel. Wish I could go with you. Yep, I really wish I would. Yes, sir. Really do. All right, I get the message. I'll ask if you can go with us. If it was up to me, I wouldn't leave without you. Oh, don't be silly. Gorion would never let you finish the sentence, especially after what that letter of his said. Did I say that? Oh, of course I didn't. Never saw no letter. Nope, I'll just get back to work now. You'd better go. Gorion's waiting. So Imoen is chemically composed of pure awesome, as we will come to appreciate as the game progresses. Tethtoril. Firebead has sent you to me, hasn't he? Very well, return this scroll to him, but then you must hurry and speak with Gorion. He is waiting for you on the steps of the Central Library. I assure you, child... Dude, no! I'm 20! It is a matter of greatest urgency. I mean, what is it with this place? Everybody here is like, oh, you're a mere child, a stripling.
And such a pestilence will follow in his wake that all that know of his passing when shadows descend upon the land, down by the our divine laws will walk alongside us as so saith the wise, so saith the great Alaundo.
Yeah, that's already happened. In Forgotten Realms, there was a time period where, I'm skipping over and oversimplifying a lot, their gods were forced to walk their world and have limitations that they normally did not have. Yeah, okay, you guys, you're doing your thing. I'll just let you at it, I guess. Winthrop, the man, the myth, the legend, the TV series, the board game. Good to see you again as any other I could have laid eyes on. I'm glad that I'm as good as anybody else. Frankly, that's one of the highest praises I've received in this place. Alright, sell. Now, Firebead over here. I mean, okay, I don't blame people being a little sharp with Imoen because she is a rogue and she gets into everything. But, I mean, she has a really good heart. And they should be more chill with her than they are. Ah, I'm glad to see that age has not hardened your heart towards an old man such as myself. Thank you for not calling me an infant. I'll take all of your identify scrolls. I have a great use for this type of scrolls. Here, allow me to cast a little spell on you. It'll protect you from any evil you might meet tonight. Protection from evil. Yeah, how long does that last? Are you sure that's going to last me from whatever evils I meet tonight? Flydia! She's like, now, what was I doing again? Well, don't look at me. I talked to you because I couldn't remember if I'd given you back your book or not. I am obviously no help. Drop in! You're a wonder, you are. Stick with me and we'll go far. Well, okay, stick with me and we'd probably never leave the walls of Candlekeep, would we? Good thing you ain't wearing none of that metal armor, though. I hear that the bandits out there would just as soon kill you as look at you to get it off your back. I sure hope this whole iron crisis business is wrapped up soon. I wonder if there's an iron crisis. I found that potion for Drepin's cow. I just hope that it is what he thinks it is, and it's not a potion of fire breathing or something. I love the journal entries in this. Alright. I have 240 XP. Yay. Alright, there's Candlekeep Inn, Priest Quarters. I love the way they have the maps set up here. Bunkhouse, Barracks, Temple of Agma, Storehouse. You know what? I think it would behoove me to go to the clinic. Just on the off chance that maybe there's somebody there I could help, and or maybe they have a few spare potions of healing, because apparently magic is very commonplace in this version of the realms. And it's always a tricky balancing act, because the more common you make magic, the more you kind of need to nerf it. Greetings, Padre.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
So, are you sick? You look rather healthy to me, but you never can tell. Do you need any potions or such things? Oh, that would be nice of you. All right, then, take this potion. Wait, what? Thank you? You're awesome?
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Hey there, no time to chat. I've got a mountain of dishes to tackle. Yeah. The monastic lifestyle, there's always chores. I could have been a monk. But probably not.
I shall attend to it at a trot.
Ah, I've got to get rid of that somehow. Alright, let's see here. Storehouse. Yeah, honestly, I have a protection for evil spell on me. I may as well just, Oh yeah, and those little place markers. I can change the names of them, I can change the colors for better finding later. This is something that I kind of wish more games would do, to be honest. Death Portal. Go to Gorion and listen well, for without his knowledge, life is a mere shadow of death. Okay, look, I love learning things, but what does that even mean? Hey, Emmeline, you alright? Don't keep Mr. G waiting now. Come on, you, get going. Yeah, alright. Is that? There's Gorion.
Oh, my child, I am glad I have found you.
Well, technically you waited here until I found you, but, you know, that's fine. This is very unnerving, I know, but you must trust me. It is very important that you pack your possessions, so that we may leave Candlekeep immediately. Hurry, for there is no time to tarry. The keep is well protected, but not invulnerable. Well protected? I've had 2 assassination attempts in less than an hour. And yet, one of the responses I can give is, what could possibly harm us here? This place is a fortress and guarded beyond measure. Please, Father. Can you just tell me where we'll be going? It's not like I'm planning on slipping a note to Imoen on my way out or anything. Honest. Alas, I cannot, for I have not truly decided yet. Oh, Okay, well, improvisation's good for the soul. All that is certain is that we will be far safer on the move. Well, again, 2 assassination attempts within like 10 minutes, so I'm with you. Perhaps the woods might offer some secluded security, or perhaps the city of Baldur's Gate would offer cover amidst its teeming throngs of people. No, I think the forest would be better. I do not know where we shall end up, but I have a few friends here and there. I will think on this. Okay, well, I'm ready now. Let us go, father of my heart. Listen carefully.
Imperative that you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them.
All right. Can I trust this guy, though? Okay, more protection from evil. Awesome.
The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I will explain everything as soon as there is time.
There was time all day. I love you, Gorion, but...
We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
Oh, holy crap.
For an old man, you know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
Okay, so there's 2 ogres, a big, armored figure, it says. So Lord Edgelord there, Yeoman the Bowman, at least 1 mage, this dude here, Dad, do you want me to cast a sleep spell? It works half the time against first level assassins.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
Meanwhile, my dad is pure metal.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
Get out of here.
Oof. Okay, he's got stone skin, he's got a variety of defenses. There we go. Mirror image. He cast, okay, he's killed most of his attackers. And he hit this guy with Melf's acid arrow at his level, and the dude just took it.
Cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
Also, if you look at this guy's helmet for just a moment, just looking at this in character, you know, Sir Edgelord here, ignore the fragment of this guy's face that we can see and just look at the helmet design. That has got to be the dorkiest try-hard helmet I have ever seen in my entire frickin' life. Oh my God. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's obviously very powerful. He's highly skilled. And I mean, he can tank spells like they're nothing. But yeah, holy crap. It's just... I can't tell if his helmet is screaming or yawning. He's just, oh, and then he's peeking out from its mouth like, it ate me, help, it's eating me. Yeah. Laughing Gremlin's like, that armor's going to turn a lot of misses into hits and a lot of hits into crits because those teeth will fragment into his face. I guess he's just one of those guys who figures that fame is forever and chicks dig scars. Yeah, there's been a lot of debate over the years as to whether spiky armor is at all useful. But, I mean, this guy obviously makes it work, but I'm just looking at him in character like, okay, yeah, I'm certainly willing to give you hatred because you murdered my dad and you want to murder me. But even with all your power, there's a limit as to how seriously I'm going to take you when you are overcompensating that hard for whatever you think you're lacking in life. Yeah. Laughing Gremlin says, it was useful against the river worm when it tried to anaconda the hero and ended up slicing itself apart. Other than that, not likely. I honestly don't know enough about armor to say with any level of education or authority. I know a little bit about weapons. I know much less about armor. But, yeah. This frickin' armor, oh my god. If he was not the horrific, prehistoric Klingon crossed with an orc that he plainly is, it'd be like, okay, all I have to do is get close and then grab the horns and twist. But, among other weaknesses to the armor, but, he's badass enough that he makes it work. It's probably horrifically magical. My character is focusing on this to try to forestall dealing with the trauma of what he has witnessed and run away from. But, tragically, it's time to awaken. With Gorion slain, I must continue onward by myself. My first destination should be the Friendly Arm Inn to the north. Gorion claims that his former associates, Khalid and Jahira, something. Sorry I followed you, but I never got out of Candlekeep and those monks are such a bore. Never any decent coin in their pockets, neither. I saw Gorion, and I am so sorry. Kind of figured something bad might happen to you out here. Okay. First off, Imoen, again, he raised both of us. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to just worry about me. It's okay to mourn. Secondly, how could you have known? Gorion didn't even tell me. I accidentally read a letter on his desk the other day. Can't remember exactly what it said, but he might still have. It might be on his body. Anyway, I'm not going to let you wander around out here alone. Never let a friend down, no sir. Stick with you until you say otherwise, I will. Now, yeah, you do have the option to be such a churl as to just drop her from your party. You can do that. When she's already given up her life completely, with the doors closed against her too, and no option of getting back inside, and you have the option of just saying, no, not only do I not value your company, but I'm going to exile you to wander these lands alone. You can be a dick. But yeah, she's neutral good. She's known you all your life, basically. She's incredibly competent as a fifth And well, she's just awesome. What kind of stuff does she have? All right, she has a short bow, arrows, and a buttload of potions. Gee, I wonder where she got those. All right, Wand of Magic Missiles is going to the mage. Oil of Speed. Definitely in the hands of the arrower. 2 potions of healing for you. 1 for me. I already have. Whoa! Okay, that brings me up to 3. Dang, okay. I'll go ahead and put Wand of Magic Missiles on my quick items, and frankly, the dagger, I'm keeping because this is the dagger of the first person who tried to murder me. All right. So let's see. Yeah, it's kind of swimming back to me here. Party formation. All right. Together then. I mean, we're kind of taking a gamble here that these guys are going to not be there, just figuring, oh, it's his father, he'll come back eventually. Sorry. Let me try that again.
Well, it's his father. He will come back eventually, if only to mourn. His sentimentality will be his undoing. Ah, ah, ah.
But then again, these other guys who decided that their best bet to take on somebody like Gorion was to challenge him face to face instead of just start sniping from a distance. So actually, I think our chances are pretty good. Oh, Gorion. Father! Ah! Okay, well, may as well roll the body. Try to keep it in the family, as it were. Gorion's scroll. His dagger. 58 gold. Yeah, he didn't have much more than I did, really. Alright, stick with me, Emily. This is... Aha! Leather armor, and I happen to know someone who has no armor and could really use armor. Okay. And equipment. Alright. Leather armor. Imoen. You know what? I'm keeping my father's dagger. Screw Stabby. A magic belt. I know it's using a spell, but I'll need to know what it is. It might save my life. Use spell. Belt of Antipathy. Trimmed in the fur of a polar bear, sturdy belt is tooled with images of blue moons and white ice flows. The wearer is immune to all cold-based attacks, but suffers double any fire damage. Ah! For those of you who don't know, almost all elemental attacks in D&D are fire. Almost none of them are ice. The ones that are cold-based tend to be higher level. Gorion was wearing this into a fight where he was being attacked by mages who were using fire spells. Gorion, I love you. I will remember you always, but I am not putting on this frickin' belt. And here's Gorion's scroll. My friend Gorion, please forgive the abruptness with which I now write, but time is short and there is much to be done. What we have long feared may soon come to pass, though not in the manner foretold, and certainly not in the proper time frame. Ah, God, who wrote this? Are you going to rent yourself out as an enigma? As we both know, forecasting these events has proven increasingly difficult, leaving little option other than a leap of faith. We have done what we can for those in thy care, but the time nears when we must step back and let matters take what course they will. We have perhaps been a touch too sheltering to this point. Holy crap, they're talking about me? Despite my desire to remain neutral in this matter, I could not in good conscience let events proceed without some measure of warning. The other side will move very soon, and I urge thee to leave Candlekeep this very night, if possible. The darkness may seem equally threatening, but a moving target is much harder to hit regardless of how sparse the cover. A fighting chance is all that can be asked for at this point. Should anything go awry, do not hesitate to seek aid from travelers along the way. I do not need to remind thee that it is a dangerous land even without our current concerns, and a party is stronger than an individual in all respects. Should additional assistance be required, I understand that Jahira and Khalid are currently at the Friendly Arm Inn. They know little of what has passed, but they are ever thy friends and will no doubt help however they can. Which explains how he knows that they're there. Nice. Luck be with us all. I'm getting too old for this. E. Yeah. Quick spoiler. This was written by Elminster. I've copied the note. And I would give the other treasures over to the thief. But, she's weaker than I am. Let's see. What was I looking for? That's right. All right. Short sword and crossbow. Okay. So if memory serves, she can use a longsword, just at penalty. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Zoom back a bit. There's the ambush site. I am torn. Should I stick to the road, hoping to find friends, but also potentially finding more assassins and evil people? Or should I stick to the woods, which is what I had advised Orion before, but that's also where we got ambushed in the first place. They found us regardless. And Gorion apparently was... Alright. I know roughly what direction the friendly arm is from here.
It shall be.
But I'm unsure of exactly how to get there. So I think traveling overland under the circumstances may not be ideal. Am I leaving her behind? Why am I leaving her behind? No, stop a minute. hold on. How do I... All right. There. Let's keep everybody together. Laughing Gremlin, meanwhile, grabs a marker, draws a roundabout route that takes us through every dangerous area. Now that's a route with some chest hair. Oh, enemy sighted. What do we got? A diseased gibberling. All right, let me check something really quick. Yeah, I didn't really get any sleep last night, so I have no spells currently. Okay, well, this should be fun.
It shall be as you wish.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked the portrait. I love it. It came out really, really well. The picture that it's taken from, as I said earlier in the stream, was years ago. So obviously hair and beard are quite a bit longer now. But, yeah, that's basically me, and it looks grand. Okay. Looks like we saw the diseased gibberer before it saw us, and we're able to avoid it. Well, you know what? That settles it on whether we should follow the road. I'm going to say a big yes, where following the road is concerned. Yeah, we came through here. Oh, go in. He was my father. He was my sensei. He was just a righteous dude. Yeah, compliments to Izzy for making it. Yeah, absolutely. Basically, anytime you see something artistic on this channel, that's Izzy the Fool. Not to be taken for granted. Wait, who are you? Halt! Stop! Desist! Hull said. Well, a busy day for me today indeed. Strange noises throughout the night, and now a plethora of people wandering about the wood. We're a plethora? 2 people are a plethora? Yeah, Laughing Gremlin, he was my teacher, my mentor, and I was his reason for drinking. Well, from what some of the people at Candlekeep were saying, yes, that is actually literally true. I was a toil. I was worth it, but I was a toil. You do look a touch more hospitable than the last 2 I met, though. Well met, stranger. I am called Kolsed. All right, you saw 2 people in the wood? I was told to meet some friends at the Friendly Arm Inn. Perhaps they're the ones you met. Perhaps they and the ones you met are the same. I doubt these are the ones you seek. They do not seem the friendly type and are far afield of the inn. If you wish to meet them, I left them not a moment ago just up the road. You'll have to pass them anyway if you wish to go to the Friendly Arm Inn. There's a crossroads away to the east, and the inn is north of that. I appreciate it. Could you help me? My father Foster and I were attacked last eve, and now I'm not sure where to go. Also, do you have any supplies you could spare? I have little to give besides advice and goodwill. Well, that's more than most. Make friends where you can, as traveling alone is almost certain death. Ooh. You'll want to surround yourself with like-minded companions, lest you risk making enemies in your own party. Aside from this little tidbit of wisdom, I'd say you're on your own. Luck be with you. To you as well. Fare thee well, as they say. Indeed, that is indeed as the kids do say. No problem. People further up the road. We can do this. We're hip. We're happening. We're with it. Hey, how's it going, fellow kids? Oh, and what does this say? Candlekeep Coastway. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of this game, it all fits together very nicely. Yeah, you have this huge stone edifice as a street sign because it lasts longer. I love it. All right, let's see. Montaron and Czar. Czar looks like a mage. Montaron, you a hobbit? Fair fleet. Okay, he's a hobbit. One of the Shire folk, traveling with someone who, like myself, has devoted himself to the Ars Magica and the accumulation of knowledge. I think we've found our first friends. Greetings, friend.
Montalon, you are so aggravating.
Hold, Montalon! This young wayfarer is in need. Someone has set about thee, stranger, and you have barely escaped with your life. Well, I mean, no, but also kind of yes. Aye, Czar. Looks to have been roughed up quite well. Indeed. I can offer you healing potions if you wish, as a token of goodwill. I'd be grateful for any assistance. Yeah, he looks trustworthy, doesn't he? Nothing to fear from these simple potions, and I'll not even hold you in debt, though your conscience knows otherwise. I see. Just like all good people. Aha. Perhaps as payment, you would go with us to Nashville. It is a troubled area, and we mean to investigate some disturbing rumors surrounding the local mines. Some acquaintances are very concerned about the iron shortage. You probably haven't heard of it. Specifically, they want to know where to lay the blame in the matter. You would be useful, though I'll not hold you to it. We are to meet the mayor of the town, a man named Baron Gastkill, I believe. He killed a Gast? Okay, I'm already impressed. Your conscience be your guide. I and Imoen look at each other a little uncertainly. She nudges me. Reluctantly, I speak. Well, I would join with you, but my bush mouth is but meaty. Blah, blah, blah. Dum, dum, dum. I would join with you, but I must meet someone first. Nailed it. Perhaps you would go with us? We've precious little time, but it's best to travel accompanied. I will go with you. You owe us for our time, though. Truly, such admirable fellows, such princes among men. All right, so let's take a look at these good people. Just, for a moment. I'll go ahead and pause time, and we'll just take a moment and we'll talk. In fact, this might be a good time to make camp. We're in one of the most civilized places of one of the more civilized roads in this part of the world. Alright, so since Monteron and Emoen are both looking around with the same wary eyes, detecting traps and illusions, I'm going to guess that Monteron is a thief. Well, that's fine, I'm not judging. And I mean, he's gruff, he's plain-spoken, but I'm sure he's a trustworthy enough fellow. Let's just see here, and oh my god! Male halfling, fighter thief, neutral evil. Charisma 9. Yeah, okay, that fits. Oh, he's not an idiot, though. That's going to be a problem. He's evil and he's competent. He's good with short sword, he's good with sling. Alright. What can you tell me about yourself? Figure that we've been talking while we were camping. When asked about his past, Monteron openly threatens you with bodily harm. He seems quite dangerous and more than willing to engage in gratuitous violence. It would appear that he cares little for life, including his own. Wow. Okay. He works grudgingly with Czar, even though he obviously despises the man. Whoever their employers are, they must be powerful indeed. These two would likely kill each other without a presence over their heads preventing it. Monteron might be willing to discuss the whole matter with you, but you get the feeling that you probably would not wake up the next morning. Holy crap. Okay. But what about Czar? You know, Czar seems, I mean, look at that face. Look at that face. Look at those pinchable cheeks that you just want to pinch him. And he seems fine, I guess. Male human necromancer, chaotic evil. What the hell? Also, not incompetent, tragically. When asked about his past, Czar has very few coherent things to say. His desire to determine the cause of the iron shortage seems benevolent enough, but his motives remain unclear. His ramblings seem disjointed, but his faculties are obviously in good enough order for him to be adept at magic. He mutters something about how he and his associate Monteron are in the employ of a powerful group, but when pressed for details he gets extremely agitated and does not speak for some time. He is obviously at least partially insane, and the network that would hire him must be dark indeed. Okay, what kind of stuff do you have? A scroll of Larlux Minor Drain, and a scroll of Chill Touch. Emoen, could you just remove those from his person for me? Gosh, thanks. You're a sweetheart. Monteron has Oil of Speed and another potion of healing. Laughing Gremlins having flashbacks to the Jantarum agents in BG3. I have not had any dealings with Jantarum in any capacity. Oh, look. He has a short sword. And he has studded leather armor. Is it? I mean, these guys are... One of them is a tittering maniac who delights in experimenting on people, and the other is a cold-blooded murderer who just can't wait to get into the into the fray so he can start stabbing people. Is it wrong of me that I'm already contemplating how best to divvy up their stuff after they die? Does that make me a bad person? And the answer is no. No, it does not. Welp. Eesh. So, you know what? I think this is a good place to save. Let me just, reorder things a little bit. Yeah, I figured you might say that. But that's fine. We have a new marching order now. Montaron's like, sleep lightly, Taskmaster. Yeah, that's why you're going in front, pal. So I can keep an eye on you. Save game. Pardon me. Wow, this has taken up a lot of saves already. Okay. So, new save. And we will call this one, What the Bloody Mary Blue-Eyed Hell Have I Gotten Myself Into? Actually, you know what? It's technically more proper. Mary Bloody Blue-Eyed Hell. There we go. Must remember one's grammar. Oh, come now. And it doesn't like me using a question mark, so it just nixed the entire save attempt, it looks like. Did it? Did it? Yes, it did. Okay. Fine. Re-entering. There. That, I believe, does it. And we will pick up from here next week. So far, the quest is going fine. Roughly 2 steps out of the fortress where I have spent my entire life studying the arcane arts. My father immediately died. My sister abandoned her only hope of a stable life to come with me into the wild woodies, and I immediately partnered up with a tittering lunatic and a guy that makes Norman Bates look calm, adjusted, and pacifistic. This is my life now. This is my life. But before we go, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our patrons, present and future, with special thanks to Cryptid Rhea and Guinevere, and most of all, extra special thanks to my personal savior, Laughing Gremlin. This channel could not be what it is without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support what we do, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/Coyote de la Mancha. And when you do, please give me a message via email or patron message if there's a particular color in which you'd like to have your name displayed. Alternatively, you can give a one-time gift at kofi.com/Coyote de la Mancha. And finally, a huge thank you to all of you who have been recommending us to your friends and circulating the links. The signal boost really helps. Thank you. And so, until next time, don't be so attached to being the dramatic reveal that you forget to tell your friends and family where you're going and why. I mean, honestly, it would have taken less than a minute for him to tell me what was going on. Less even than that, if he wanted to just, here's a scroll, read this, we're leaving now. I have so many questions. I'll answer them on the way. But no, that's not dramatic enough for my exposition. Gorion, I love you, but God damn it. But I will remember him most of all. That's not how I'll remember him. I will remember him as the man who took me in when no one else would. As the man who saved my life when no one else could. And the man who drank heavily simply because I was part of his life. And so with that, gentle readers, watchers, and listeners, I will see you sometime again.